Hello, this is Amy from Schusterman-Benson Library, and this is my rolled felt flower tutorial. For this project, you'll need a hot glue gun and several hot glue gun sticks, some sheets of felt in several colors, scissors, big scissors work best, but my tiny unicorn embroidery scissors make me feel very fancy, and circles of varying sizes cut on cardstock or even just regular paper. First, lay your circle down on your felt and trace it with a pen or a Sharpie. You can use anything round in your home as a template, a bottle, flower pot, plate, or you can just eyeball it if you're comfortable doing that. I like to use cardstock because it makes it easier to trace around, but paper is perfectly fine as well. Next, you'll want to draw a spiral that starts from the outside edge to not quite the middle. The width of this spiral can be something you experiment with. Very narrow spirals will create a flatter flower with more layers, while thicker spirals will create a taller flower with fewer, larger petals. My spirals are roughly a finger width apart. Now you'll begin to shape the petals. If it helps, you can sort of cut around your thumb shape, like I'm doing. The petals are another thing that you can vary in size and shape. If you're using green felt and you cut a triangular shape, you could make a succulent. If you cut small, irregular notches along the edges of petals, you could make a peony. To begin forming the flower, take your hot glue and start laying a thin bead of glue along the flat bottom edge, starting on the outside of the spiral. Fold the first bit in on itself and continue gluing. Just lay glue along one petal at a time until you're comfortable with the rhythm of rolling. If you're careful, you can make all of your petals lay in a nice symmetrical fashion, but I like to just let them fall where they may. You might be wondering what kind of felt to use for this project. I'm using soft felt here, but there's also a stiffer felt. Stiff felt is easier to work with because the weave stays together better, so you can get a cleaner cut. Once you get to the end, I like to add glue to the bottom and then place the last petal over the bottom of the flower for a nice finished look. Then I trim the extra edges off to clean it up. At this point, you can neaten up all your petals and give them a little trim on the edge if they need it. Now you can make a whole bunch of flowers. You'll definitely get better after you make a few more. I know my first 2 or 3 were kinda rough. These flowers are a little more daring. I made centers, tried different shapes, and added some leaves. I also took a little bit of colorful eyeshadow and dusted the edges of the petals, but you can't really tell here. Here's a wreath I made with a foam form, yarn, and a lot of felt flowers and leaves. There are so many things you can make with these flowers: hair clips, jewelry, wreaths, and I'm sure lots more. I hope this video made you feel crafty. Thanks for watching, friends.